Here it is. So horchata is one of the many drinks that I make in my family and where I come from, which is Mexico, that we make under the umbrella of aguas frescas. Aguas frescas just means like fresh waters. And we make different types depending on what kind of fruit we're going to use or natural ingredients. Most of the time it's natural ingredients. And horchata is just one of them. There's also watermelon water. There's, it sounds weird to say it in English, but because it doesn't do justice to the taste of it. And there's like tamarind or tamarindo, which I can do a video or whatever on how to make that too. But this time I'm gonna do horchata. So the horchata can have many different ingredients, and I'll get into that in a little bit. My understanding is that it came from the other side of the world, from Egypt originally, and it made its way up to Spain after the Muslim conquest. And horchata itself comes from a Latin word. I think it's horchata, something like that. And it basically means barley. And eventually it made its way over here to this side of the world. And we'll get into the ingredients. All right. Here we have all the ingredients that we're gonna need. Okay, so I don't know anything about making videos, so this is not professional whatsoever. I have all of them are combined here, but I wanted to go over different things. So this, you got cinnamon here, you have peanuts, you got pumpkin seeds, you got sesame seeds, and they're all combined in this one here. But you also need some, if you want, you can add vanilla, and then sugar. I usually use this blue agave, which is a sweetener, comes out from the plant agave, and those are the ingredients. So this right here is something called morro, and morro is also known as jicara. It comes from the tree of the jicara tree, and these are little seeds. And I did print out some stuff because, like I said, this is not professional, of what they look like. And so this is what they come from. These are the big pods, and then they come from there. And then this is kind of an idea of what they do with these. Once these dry, a lot of artisans will actually make art and stuff out of these. So little bowls, and they're really, really light. So I'm gonna be making them with morro being the key ingredient. Morro is, this style here is more like Salvadorian. In different parts of the world, they use different types of ingredients of seeds, really. Like in West Africa, they'll use tiger nuts, and I know in Ecuador, they use like sweet melon seeds. You can also use almond in France and Italy. And where I grew up, we use a lot of rice. But I'm going to be making this style, which is a little bit different. Like I said, this originally came from the other side of the world, worked its way over here, and depends on what area you're at, and you do it differently. So one of the first things that we're gonna do is we're gonna roast. We have to roast these ingredients. So each ingredient is roasted separately. You can choose to roast it in the oven, so you get a big pan and you spread them all out. You can do that, or you roast them individually. I usually roast it individually, and I'm just gonna move this out of here. And normally I use, just a comal is what I call it. It doesn't have, it's made for tortillas or any of that, so you can probably use a skillet. I wouldn't recommend using a non-stick pan, because I don't know, I'm just not used to using non-stick pans. I just use this in like cast iron, so I don't know anything about that. I don't think it sounds like it would work, but you can try it. Or like you can just do it in the oven. So roast them all separately. And once you do that, you can combine it all, and then we'll do the next step. Okay, I did forget one of the ingredients. I don't know if I mentioned it, but peanuts also. Okay, so I'm not gonna blend it live because then it's gonna be too loud. But you want to blend the ingredients dry when you do put them in there, before you add anything else. So you want to just blend the crap out of them before that. How much ingredients you put in each, I don't know the measurement. I will say that for the amount of stuff that I have in the pan, in the bowl, it makes a lot of horchata. And since I'm only gonna make a little bit, you can choose to blend all the spices, and that way it's ready and you can use it anytime. And it's like prepared. It's kind of like blending your coffee. Grinding your coffee. You can grind it and then it'll be ready for whenever you're ready to use it. But I don't like to pre-grind my coffee or pre-grind anything because I think it tastes better when you do it originally at that moment. So I'm willing to take that extra step and do it later. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, and so just throw it all in there, blend it, and just gonna put a little bit in there, dry for now. Okay, so I ground this. One thing that I did not mention, the reason I grind everything separately is because as you can see, each item is different size. So, you know, these are gonna burn really quick if you use, you know, the heat. These will go faster. So you don't want to burn, you really don't want to burn most of these like at all. You just want to give it a nice toast, because it's going to taste bitter if you overdo it. So that's why I do it separately. But like I said, you can do it in the oven. Also, if you do pre-blend everything, like right now how I am still in the process of blending it more, but you can see it's still a little thick. I think the more powdery it gets, the better. But if you do end up pre-grinding everything like you do coffee, keep it in an airtight place so that it stays more fresher. I don't know if this is upside down or not, but whatever. Anyways, I continued blending it. Like I said, I'm only doing like a small serving because it's just to show you. But I'm going to add, instead of adding water, you can add water, and it's fine. But normally it's made with milk. I don't really drink that much milk, so I usually use almond, so-called milk. So you can basically use anything you want to put in it. So how much you add in it, I don't know anything about measurements. I just know, like, put some in there. That's it. It's just gonna be one of those trial and error things. And also at this point, you also want to add your vanilla. Okay, so it's done for now, and you can see there's a lot of seeds around there. A lot of it is down, kind of settling in the bottom, but we're gonna deal with that because there's another thing that I forgot to say that we needed, because obviously I don't really do this kind of videos. What we're gonna do now is we need to use a cheesecloth. So we're gonna drain it. You actually add the sweetener after everything's done. Whatever you decide to add in here for liquid, milk, almond milk, whatever, coconut water, coconut milk, or whatever you wanna add, you wanna make sure that it's cold. Okay, so cheesecloth, here it is. Da, 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 da. And obviously the more you filter it, the least grounds there are, even though it'll kind of settle in either at the bottom, and you're still gonna have it a little bit sediment in the bottom, but that's okay. And all you do is you just gotta stir it every time you're about to drink it. So the idea is that it's supposed to come out thicker. It's got a thick taste, it's thicker. I'm just draining the last of it. And then you're just gonna have to figure out the consistency that you want. You want it thicker, you know, the ratio of sugar or what. It's all your preference. As you can see with this, I have a lot of the morro seeds and then a few of the other ones. You know, it's all your preference. I don't think you need a lot of cinnamon, just a little bit. And then as far as the nuts, whatever you prefer, you can replace the peanuts with something else if you want. Oh, wrong one. I like to eat cinnamon by itself. So I'm gonna just give it a nice little stir. And since the oh yeah, sorry, I got caught up in the smell. It smells so good because I did put the vanilla. Oh, that's so good. And then just chill. Make sure that it's cold when you drink it, because that's the key. Oh, that's so good. That was my little show. As you can see, it's kind of grainy still, but it'll settle down. And like I said, you can just filter it more if you want. And enjoy. And that's it.